Mr. Dafoe, I will just tell you it's an honor to meet you today,
Great.
sir. I
Thank you.
absolutely love your work.
Thank you.
Florida Project last year was one of my favorites that you
good.
did. And of course, Grand Budapest, another one with our boy, Wes Anderson from
Yeah,
Houston.
good old Wes.
I didn't know much about Van Gogh. You know, the ear, the incident, that kind of stuff. So you actually encouraged me to research him more.
Oh, good.
And look at it. But I'm curious, what did you know about him before doing this?
I think I knew what most people know. The ear, the idea of suicide. He's kind of the poster boy of the tortured artist. I knew his work, some, but I had as much bad information as good information. But you know this film doesn't necessarily straighten that all out, and it won't. But it did give me a very personal view, kind of through Julian and through the scenario and through the character, to see Van Gogh in a very lively and engaging way.
You actually took painting lessons for this role?
Julian is a painter. I've known him for 30 years. I've hung out with him in the studio. He's painted my portrait. I know how he works. So it was I never thought of them as normal painting lessons. We'd go out and we'd set up stuff. He'd show me the materials. He'd say, you see that? What do you see? You know, and we'd start to paint. And he taught me certain techniques and certain strategies. But it was thrilling. It was thrilling. And, you know, I don't consider myself a painter right now or an art, any more savvy about art necessarily, but it greatly changed how I look at things and how I see things. Not just literally, for the eye, but also here.
You actually also filmed where Van Gogh worked.
Great help.
How did that make you feel?
It makes you, there are actually landscapes there that are recognizable even today. That's late 19th century, and there's still landscapes there that are recognizable from what he painted. So you're in the place, It's like, people go to places where there's a knowledge in the ground. You feel it, and you do feel it. And of course, you're encouraging it, but you're in the place where he was looking. So then you take that on. So you're flirting with the past, you're flirting with ghosts, you're kind of summoning, without sounding too crazy, kind of unseen energies,
I have to ask you this question. Again, fan of your work, and you're just an incredible actor.
Thank you.
Tell me what it is about acting that you love so much.
That it's always different, that I feel like it's what I'm supposed to do. I'm never bored. I have even when there's problems with the work, I'm engaged. I'm in a way that I feel alive. It's my best way to feel alive, and also to try to share something, to be of service. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm bad, I'm sure. But I can't address that. The important thing is it's where it's the thing that pushes me, and it's the place where I like to be pushed, and it pushes me to always open things up and take another look and kind of be suspicious of certain kind of routines and patterns we create for ourselves.
Do you remember your first role? Was it a school play? Was it
Yeah, it's hard to say. It was probably a school play. I remember something about walking down the middle aisle of the little tiny theater in Appleton, Wisconsin at Franklin Grade School, and I think I was a sultan, and I had Scheherazade on my arm.
I was tree and corner.
You got me beat.
No, you win.